Blaised. Blaised. Get blazed. Get blazed. Blaised. Get blazed. Yo, what is up, everybody? It's your boy Blaise McCoy, and we're live. Man, I've been waiting to bring back the interview series to you guys. This one is going to be phenomenal. Make no mistakes about it. Your boy Blaise has finally brought in someone I've been watching for years. I'm entertained all the time. Is going to fit in right of all of us crazy asses too here on the channel. But you know what we need to do right off the bat, because you guys could be anywhere right now, and you're right here with your boy Blaise McCoy on the Blaised Radio Network for another interview. We're also streaming live on the Hardcore Sports Network as well. So make sure you guys, you know the routine, hit the like, hit the comments, subscribe, share it out, all that crazy stuff. So let's thank everybody for being a part of the show. Wally's in the house. There he is. And my man from Platinum Dragon Studios, it's Shifty the Drunken Dragon Clown. How about it? Good to see you, Shifty, my brother. One of my best friends out there. Love you, Shifty. Even though you're from Ohio, I'll forgive you on that one. Brooklyn Joker's in a building. Welcome in. Welcome everybody. Future and Coiler Ray. I want to welcome everybody from the Sports Fury community in today. Hit the thumbs up. If you watch these two guys, I try to live up to the animation, the energy that they bring as well. So we're going to have a blast today, I guarantee you. Patty's in the house. Good to see you. Someone I've seen in a million streams, and I'm so glad to have her in the community as well, is Butterfly Sugar, baby. All right, Butterfly's in the building. Good to see you. Baloo Spam's in the house. Welcome in. And if you don't know who the Sports Fury is, well, where the hell have you been? You're doing it wrong if you don't know what's going on with these two guys. All their links are in the description. All their social medias, their platform here on YouTube, which they have grown tremendously, and just great dudes. and we'll talk a little bit about them. We'll talk a little bit about me. I'm normally a humble person, so this first part's hard for me, but I do want to give you guys a little background on myself and how I got here on YouTube as well. Future and Coil Ray and what I do. In a building, we got Kill Shot Matt Storm. Welcome in. Get Blaze. Thank you, Monstar, you son of a bitch, you. My man Sean. We got our friends from Canada, the UK, and all around the world, baby. Yvette is in the house. There used to be a LL Cool J song called Yvette. Yo, Yvette, there's a lot of rumors going around. You're so bad, baby, you might have to skip town. See, something's feeling fishy, but they say it's you. All I know is that you made it with the whole damn crew. Yeah. Don't make me get real too old. That's not you, though, Yvette. I'm not trying to make fun of you. Welcome in. I'm so glad to have so many people already popping in, hanging out. Thank you for the likes. Thank you for the shares. You guys are the shit. This is going to be good. Yeah, by the way, we are not PG here, but we're also not FFF all day. You know, we're going to have fun. I know the algorithm, and I was trying to wait for 5 minutes at least to start cussing, but screw it, man. Let's have some fun tonight. Let's Wang Chung tonight. Why not? All right. So I feel like before we get going, I should play a little warning for everybody. If you don't know, maybe you do know, we are not a PG channel, and I might as well warn you.
The following is rated TV MALSV. It contains strong language, violence, and nudity. It is intended only for mature audiences. Viewer discretion advised.
No nudity! No nudity, though. Nobody wants to see this. So I'll keep my shirt on. Maybe show the bald head off. You can make fun of it. I don't care. But no, just all in fun, people, all in fun. We're going to play some fun commercials. We're going to talk about wrestling, sports, being a YouTuber, everything. I don't really like the YouTuber. I like content creator. That sounds a little more prim and proper. So let's check out who else we got in the building. People piling in. And I know you're not here for me. I'm just a loser. I'm just some schmuck that wants to interview some dudes that I'm gonna like I said this before on the interviews. It doesn't matter if you have 10 subscribers, 100, 100,000 more. If you're a good content creator, if you do the things that I enjoy, I want to interview you. I want to pick your brain, find out what made you successful, what you do wrong, what you do right, how you got started, the whole thing. So we're going to bring people together and have a blast here. Odds is in the house. What's the odds of that? Apparently it's 100% because he's right there. We got Next Shift, my boy Randy. Randy does these a ton of shorts, which I need to do more of them too. That's the new wave in YouTube. And Randy says, "What's up, poop heads?" And I was like, "Poop head? Who you calling a poop head?" And he was like, I said, he makes like a pause. "What's up, poop heads?" I was like, "Oh, I gotcha." Hey, I like making fun. Hey, if you're smiling, whether you're laughing with me or at me, I always say that junk. So big shout out to Next Shift. Randy is my boy. I appreciate you. Logan's in the house. Good to see you. Ashton's in the building. Ashton G in the house. Ichigo 1190. I mean, if you guys are new, here's the way I do it. If you enjoy what's going down, then you hit the thumbs up. If you like what I'm doing here, I'm going to play some commercials, give you an idea of what I do on the channel, then subscribe. I'm not going to bug you. I'm not going to tell you get the hell out if you don't. No. If you like it, subscribe. If you don't, hey, have some fun. If you're not having fun, whatever. Corrupt's in the house. Welcome in. Butterfly will bug you about hitting the like, though, and I appreciate that with her. Jacob Frederick, big shout out. We got a black and gold fella in the house. Here we go, Steelers. Here we go. I'd pull out my terrible towel, but it's resting for the summer right now. And I'm not one of those Steeler fans. We're going undefeated. We going to the Super Bowl. No, I'm a realistic guy. We're lucky to have a winning season this year. But we'll have fun. Bubba Sports Mania Talk. Welcome in. If you guys are coming over from the Sports Fury, thank you so much. I really I enjoy what they do. I'm going to tell you all about it if you don't know. Zach is in the house. My man Ace in the building. Shit's going to take me a half an hour just to greet all y'all. That's a good thing. Get up to Chitty Chat in the chat. Have fun. Greet new people. Check out the other channels. It's a big friggin' love fest here. Big Daddy Beard, one of the guys I interviewed before. I want to talk about the interviews that I've done here as well. And I'm so glad to bring this back because it's not just an interview where I want to find out about them. I want to learn from them. And hopefully some of you people out there maybe starting YouTube will learn what to do, what not to do, and some of the trials and tribulations of being a content creator, man. But for those people who say it's all toxic and you're in the wrong community, you're watching the wrong people, man. Find whatever you love because it's all out there. Everything's out there. Eli Velasco, welcome in. Shout out to you, my friend. El Capitan Rafael is in the house. Good to see you, bro. Good to see you. We got a lot of love going in the chat already. That's what I'm talking about. Doesn't matter what sport you like. Doesn't matter what team you love. Just enjoy it, man, because we're going to have some fun here tonight. So first and foremost, I want to get the awkwardness out, which is talking about me. Your boy Blaise started this channel about 6 years ago in October. But I didn't start in October. I started in January 2017, just watching YouTube channels, studying how people run their chats, how they do this and that, what type of content creators were out there, gamers, YouTubers, podcasters, all kinds of stuff. And I've met some great people all around the world. And I'm really blessed to be able to do that and bring you guys some content on here. I have a Bachelor of Science in Marketing. I've been in retail. I was in retail for 20 some years. I'm a people person who doesn't like people, I guess. Sales management. I worked for 3 major corporations. I was a manager at a Champ Sports store, which was great. From the Pittsburgh area, they sent me out to Elkhart, Indiana, which is by Notre Dame. My district manager called me, goes, "Hey man, we got a brand new store for you. Are you a Notre Dame fan?" I'm like, "No, not at all." He's like, "You might have to be. You'll be 10 minutes from Notre Dame if you take his store." And I did. Got in my little Dodge Daytona, went across Route 80, through Ohio, through Indiana. Farms, factories, farms. What did I get myself into? So I did that for a couple of years, lived in Fort Wayne, Indiana. So I got to know the Chicago market, the Detroit market, the Indianapolis market. But it was still kind of crazy. But even out there in the middle of the heartland, there was tons of Stellar fans, man. I loved it. We travel very well. And I was blessed. People are like, "You've been in Heinz Field?" I was like, "Actually, I was in Three River Stadium." Yes, I'm old. I'm 49 years old. I'll be 50 in August. I'm very blessed to have had the opportunity to see, baseball games, football games. I've even saw some basketball games, had to travel to Cleveland, unfortunately. To see some games up there, but I'm a big poop head myself out there next shift, and big wrestling fan. So are these guys. So we're going to talk about some of that shit. Deadly Duo. Wagner is Warner's daddy. That's a great channel. No one has that channel name. I love it. You got to be unique. I dig it. So I'm a big sports card collector, jersey collector, memorabilia, as you see. I have been for a really long time. I was a drummer in a rock band. I was a DJ. I was in a rap band when I was younger playing keyboard. So I love music. I love all kinds of music. I create my own music. We're going to play a bunch of segments, and I've created the beats for that stuff. I also found a bunch of you guys that make music, and I use your music on the channel too, because non-copyright. We need non-copyright music to play here, and we have a lot of fun with that shit. Let's see. My EFED, leaning towards death wrestling. This is what a lot of you guys and gals out there know me as. Blaised Radio was because no one was supposed to see my face. It was supposed to be about radio. So I saw someone doing digital wrestling is what I call, or a lot of people call it CAW, Creator Wrestling, C-A-W. The way I look at it, CAW is what we do, not what we are. We are digital wrestlers. And what I wanted to do is bring a bunch of people together. They either send me their created wrestlers or I create them on the 2K games. And then we just AI versus AI, let them fight. I'm a gamer at heart back in the day, but I don't play the wrestling game. People come in and like, "John Cena versus The Undertaker, fight me now." And I'm like, I got to explain to them. And I've had to train my mods to understand too. New people coming in ain't going to know what we're doing. So let's try to explain what we're doing, have fun, and welcome to the community. This is the type of gaming I'm used to. Atari, Nintendo, all that old stuff. We'll talk about the Legion of Dork and some of my other podcasts, including the WrestleSense podcast, as I expanded the channel. Right now, we have 95 different people on my roster on the EFED. I'm just blessed to have them here from all over the world. Some people just run a small Fed, which is great, big Feds. I wanted to bring as many people as possible. So I have to have a lot of multi-man fights. I have to have Not a lot of storylines because of that, but I want to involve everybody every week. I do 4 of those shows every week, and now interviews and stuff. You guys might have seen me during football season doing Red Zone, doing commentary for Red Zone. That's fun also. These guys I've watched for I can't wait to bring them on, but I'm going to make you guys wait. So we'll talk a little bit about other things I do. The name Blaised Radio was because no one else had that. So if you want people to find your channel, and this is going to be some of the YouTube tips and tricks. I'm never the type of dude to tell people how to do their channel or anything. But if I can help someone that's starting out or learn from them, that's what I'm all about. It's about bringing people together. I like to say putting unity back into the community. And that's what we do here on the Blaised Radio Network here on YouTube. And the name Blaise has nothing to do with drugs. Smoke them if you got them. If you indulge, have at it. Have a drink, whatever. But I like it gets people. My character is a fisherman character from the mountains, so reel them in. Hook, line, and sinker is my finishing move. So I like to get you guys talking. So if you call me Blessed Radio or Biased Radio, I got you talking. So it's all good. Let's talk about the past interviews that I've done. Your boy Blaise started contacting some of his favorite YouTubers, content creators, and bring them on to talk about what they do and how they do it and how they got successful. It's not easy. Number one, anybody can press that live button and go live. There's no like test you have to take to be a content creator, but there's also no instruction booklet. So I'd like to help people if we can. And a reigning example of someone who I've watched grow to immense, enormous heights are these 2 guys. Tiffany Love is in the building. Good to see you. Welcome in. King PJ in the house. There you go. See, he's blazing right now. He's blazing. He's got his John Morant in his hand. He's having a good time. I actually went to a card show the other day, and I'm looking for John Morant cards right now because as he's suspended, his prices are going down. And if the kid can grow up, get a head on his shoulders, and have some people around him, he's going to raise back up. So I had a John Morant jersey on at this card show. My buddy Anthony, who we'll talk about in a second, comes up. He goes, and I was just wearing the tank tops. He goes, "Oh, you got John Morant and you got the guns out too, don't you?" And I was like, oh, come on, man. That's a bad joke, but I like bad jokes. Raya is in the house. Good to see you. Welcome in. So I started reaching out, and it was tough for me because I don't like bugging people. I know they got busy schedules, but here's the first wave of interviews that I did. Even though they're Detroit Lions fans, I did interview some of them, but these are the guys we're talking to tonight. I wanted to have a shot of them, thinking about something, very, very, very curious. This is Josh and Rocha, who we're about to bring on. Let's go back to my first interview. Yes, they're Detroit Lions fans. I won't hold it against them. Troxel and Grid, I met them a while back. They've grown their channels as well. And I will talk about how many subscribers some of these have, because I want you guys to know, whether you're in the 10s, the 20s, the 100s, the 10,000s, or even blessed to be over 100,000 and have that little plaque. Do what you love. Don't let anybody tell you you can't do it, and have fun with it. Whether there's 5 people in your chat or 500 or 1,000, it's all about just giving good content. And if you do something creative and new, shit'll happen for you. Trox and Grid was my first interview. That was a blast. I love busting their balls about Detroit. You're still not going to the playoffs. Maybe they are. I'll eat my words. I'll gladly do it. Big Daddy Beard. He's a gamer. He's a graphic designer. I also did graphic design in the past, so we had a lot in common. Old hip hop head. He does something called Battle the Beats. And I know a lot of DJs that make their own music. He's bringing these people on in YouTube. And I'm talking people in YouTube and Europe, Asia, Australia, Canada, and they play their beats against each other and talk about the creation and what they're doing. He's bringing light to people who make music, and I love it. Shout out to my boy Banji Boy and my boy DJ Arrow, and also my boy Chris Wanzel, who's been featured on his channel. Big Daddy Beard, hashtag Leo Gang, Johnny Blaze ain't a damn thing changed. All the lines we have when we talk to each other. He's got it. I talked about it yesterday when I did my Get Blaze talk show for LTD. Engaging with the chat, having fun, being silly, and just tons of different games. So check out Big Daddy Beard as well. My next interview, I was so unbelievably blessed that I landed this one. Wrestling Days from the UK. He started out doing toy hunts. Now over 200,000 subscribers, close to 300,000 subscribers. This dude's funny. He's real. He jokes with the chat. He does watch-alongs for SmackDown, Raw, AEW, and a bunch of other stuff. Wrestling Days was so much fun. And I totally thought he'd say no when I asked him to interview him. He kind of did it first. I didn't bug him, but he came back and said, you know what, let's do it. Let's have some fun. And we did. I met a lot of people from his community. He met a lot from mine. We had a blast. Big shout out to Wrestling Days. Hey, he's Mofo. I know Mofo, and I know he's around in the chats too. I've seen you around, my boy Mofo in the building. Great to see you. Thank you for joining the show. So last year I did a handful of these interviews. Next, it was Jackknife Finnegan, another guy who just recently got 100,000 subscribers. He never thought he'd do it. He does GTA content, plus silly stories, craziness. He's the one that has a bunch of coin phrases that he says, let's fucking go, boys. And he's always fun with the chat. This is someone, no matter how many memberships he has, when a member shows up in his chat, he'll say, like, shout out to Butterfly. Thanks for being a member and supporting the stream. Each friggin' member. Shout out to Joker. Welcome. Thank you for being a member and supporting the stream. Jackknife, giving props to his members, which, hey, they're the ones feeding you, giving you support. And I always say, whether you donate or whether you're a member or a mod or just someone who stops by, it doesn't matter. If you can and you can monetarily help out channels, they really appreciate it. And most of them put it right back in the channel. But at the same time, I also have a shirt on my TeePublic store. It says loyalty is currency. Up is currency. Showing up in the chat, that's currency. That means just as much to me as someone who's a member or who can monetarily support. So I'm not slighting anybody. Whether you're my subscriber number 13, number 1,242, it doesn't matter. You're valuable. You're part of the family. Jackknife was a blast, man. Check him out as well. Mitch Kofsky and Bird Gang, Philly fan. So I even dipped in. I'm a Sixer fan because I'm in Pittsburgh. We don't have NBA, and I'm not going to like anything Cleveland. Sorry. So I'm a Sixer fan. Dr. J was my boy back in the day when everybody liked Bird and Magic. Big shout out to Mitch Kofsky and Bird Gang. Mitch, I'm still hanging with now as part of the Hardcore Sports Network. Great guys. Real, very personable. And we had a blast talking about fantasy sports and football and basketball and everything. So shout out to those two guys as well. Took a little break after that, mostly because football season started and I was doing Red Zone on Sundays. And I'm going to lose my voice today probably too. Why not? House of X Entertainment this year in 2023 interviewed Leo and Wanston. Actually have them as characters on my eFed as well. Teddy X and Leo X from the House of X. Great content creators, hilarious, funny. I fell in love with these dudes. I can't wait to go up to New York and give them a really big hug because they've helped me tremendously. They interviewed me a couple years ago on their channel, and I bawled. I cried because I'm an emotional guy, not afraid to show it. And these guys just touch me. And the way they handle their channels, they have 3 channels, one each and then one together. And shout out to them. They're just so much fun. You always see them in their channels, in our channels and floating around. Great content creators. After the House of X, I brought in Pete Wall, the guy from Pillar to Post, who the first person I saw doing digital wrestling, eFeds here on YouTube, and just crazy commentary. Like Wolfman Jack is who I said he sounded like, just going nuts, having fun, flipping trolls. What he'd use, he taught me how to get thicker skin. And when some come in trolling him, he didn't just get rid of him. That's the easy way. He joked with them, and he turned a lot of them into subscribers. Vince McSham has been doing digital wrestling here on YouTube for 19 years, doing commentary all the way back to 2K14 and beyond. Vince McSham, he does spot on Jesse Ventura impersonation, Dusty Rhodes, JR. He's phenomenal. We had a blast. This is right when 2K23 came out. We got together and talked about the game and being a content creator. I told you I'd ramble for a while before we got to the boys. I'll make you wait. We're going to get soon. Pittsburgh, my man Anthony here, former indie professional wrestler here in the area. Tony Hansen, also a flipper. He goes to garage sales, yard sales, buys storage places and flips it. Card collector, eBay. We learned a lot about eBay there too because I have my own eBay store. Big shout out to Anthony from Pittsburgh. So after Anthony, I was taking a little break, but this is coming up in July. My man Valhalla Sports Talk. I watched him grow. I had his character on my show too. Jeff's a great dude. Still wondering why he's a Vikings fan and all that LA, but we'll bust his balls about it when we bring him on 9. He's great with the channel, a master with OBS and all the visuals you get on his show as well. He's really cool. He's always engaging with the chat too, which is fun. little NASCAR, little football, all kinds of stuff. Watch-alongs are not easy, people. But what I like to say is, if you want alternate commentary or you can't watch the game you want to watch, there's so many great watch-alongs here on YouTube that you can check out. Daniel Barry's in the house. Welcome, my friend. Met him on some of my Red Zone streams. Great dude. In a lot of different communities. And I see a lot of people already doing what I love in the chat, saying hi to each other, showing each other support and love. And don't be afraid to be silly either. I love it. So can't wait to interview Jeff on July 8th. Valhalla Sports Talk coming soon. But now it's time to get these dudes on and have fun with Rocha and Josh. This is what I've been waiting for. These dudes are so busy, man. I'm really thankful that they had enough time to come on. It's a little earlier than I normally do it, but they're streaming almost every day. Talk about the grind. These guys have worked their asses off to get where they are, and they deserve a lot of kudos, a lot of thanks for what they do. So, let's see, covered that. I got to hype him up a little bit before I bring him on. Yes, we're going to make you wait just another minute. The watch-alongs they do, NBA, NFL, MLB, they do a little wrestling. They've gone some vlogs for travel vlogs, which I love because I like to live vicariously through other people and watch their travels. Fantasy football, draft coverage for NBA and NFL and such. 2017, the NFL draft, April 27th, 2017 was the first Sports Fury live stream. I went back and watched it a little bit with Sean and Josh. It was good to see. I like to see where they started and how they got here. But man, have these guys grown so fast and so extraordinarily with what they do. They joined YouTube on October 7th, 2016. And also Rocha, his channel as well, sitting at 55,000. Ain't nothing to shake a stick at either. These dudes know what they're doing. They've already found the formula, basically, is what I like to say. And we got Jedi Nitro, great name. I love that. Welcome in. And my man Triple Beat in the house as well. And I do want to thank all the members. We'll go to commercials and thank the members and show some other stuff I do as well. But Josh, Bears fan, Bulls fan, Cubs fan, Rochas, Warriors, 49ers, and Giants. I got them represented here with a little Bulls, doubles, and a little Warriors going on. We'll talk about sports, about being a content creator. I think I've let you guys wait long enough. Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome to the show for the first time ever, Rocha and Josh. What is up?
Hey, what's up? Blaised Radio. Thanks for having us on.
Yeah, it's a pleasure. It's a pleasure. Thanks for finding some time to come on, shoot the shit with your boy, and have some fun, talk some stuff. I prepped them and told them a little bit about how the interview is going to go. So we're going to go back and forth with you guys. I'll throw a question to Josh. I'll throw one to Rocha. We got a really fun game coming up in one of the segments where we will actually involve the chat and Josh versus Rocha. So the chat, Rocha, Josh will compete against each other in a little game. I always wanted to be a game show host back in the day. Welcome to the game show. But okay.
Let's go.
Okay. Before we get started,
you, please don't fart, okay?
No promises.
Careful, dude. Relax.
That's not me.
No, yeah, Rocha's got more bass to it.
All right, we're going to take a little commercial break. I'm going to thank all the members. And you guys remember Atari?
After these messages, we'll be right back.
Okay, Atari, let's see your best pitch.
You're out, Rose.
I quit soccer to play Atari.
You need more practice, Haley.
You can't keep me in here, Atari.
The Atari video computer system is 20 cartridges with 1,300 game variations you play on your own TV set. Don't just watch television tonight. Play it.
This is a recording.
hang up and try your call again. If you need help, hang up and then dial your operator.
We're sorry. The number you have reached has been disconnected.
All right, we're back from a little commercial break. We're gonna do a couple more of those. It's gonna be fun. I made that beat myself. It's one of my favorites because I used a bunch of noises from phones back in the day, and they don't have those noises anymore. Some kids don't even know. I mean, I'm showing my age. So I did pick. If you guys aren't afraid, I talked to Rocha. How old are you again, if you don't mind saying?
I am 27 years old.
What about you, Josh?
I am 38 years young.
Nice. So we got 20s, 30s, and 40s. I'll be 50 in August. So I'm going to do a big party, a big show here for my birthday, but it's not going to be about you. It's going to be about you guys. But it just goes to show you, it doesn't matter how old you are. I know teenagers that stream that are more fun and more engaging and more mature than some grown adults. So whatever, you're clever. Big Chuck's in the house. Good to see you. Big shout out to anybody stopping in. I try to get everybody. And look, I love how the people from your community are already talking with each other. PJ, you're too high. Then
I see some of these guys in here. I see Mofo up in here. I saw Corrupt. I saw MG, brilliant kid right there.
Yes, sir.
I see PJ. PJ, he was on our very first live stream that we ever did. He's been with us since then.
PJ's high because he can't beat Rocha in Mario Kart, he says.
That's facts.
Talking sports with MG Knowledge in the building. Hey, if you guys are liking what we're doing, we're going to have fun. Please subscribe. Please hit the thumbs up. And for people that are usually on my channel, in the links, in the descriptions, all the links. I'm getting a little mixed up. Andrew Spencer is in the house. Not afraid to clown on myself. First segment. Let's go back to the basic, boys. All right, so we'll start with Rocha here. Give me a little idea of what got you started as a content creator.
All right, so, I was happy and blessed to find Josh and Sean back in 2017, man, and I saw how much fun they had. I saw them and a few other content creators out there have fun. So I was like, you know what? I want to get on this, with a little bit of help from Josh and Sean, man, got me up and going. I started with fantasy football drafts, and that was fun. And then I transitioned into football and in basketball and just all these different sports, man. And it was great. I started just like you. I started from a little computer, a little laptop, I should say, all the way into now when I got a great computer, man.
Nice. And
all these inspirations inspired me, man. And now I do this full time, and I absolutely love it.
Love it, man. Well, you got the gift, bro. You really do. And so before you hopped on with Josh, when you started your own channel, before that, like what got you initially into wanting to be a content creator?
I saw how much fun they had, and I was like, you know what? I have a lot of downtime because I wasn't working full time at my old job.
Gotcha.
Like, I have a lot of downtime. Well, let me try this out. And I love sports. And growing up, I always wanted to be a commentator. I kind of went to college for that a little bit, stopped. But I really wanted to be a color commentator, a play-by-play. So I was like, let me try this myself. I see how much fun they have with it. And I started doing it. I started off with just Niner games. I started off with 49er games, and it really did well. And then I went on to do Warrior games and in the NBA bubble. And from there, it just blew up, man. And I get to do play-by-play. What's better than that? That's what really did it, was saw how much fun these guys are having. And I love to do play-by-play, put the two combined together, and the rest is history.
Well, like I always say, too, there's a lot of people doing watch-alongs. Some people, they don't show the score. They don't show nothing. They just sit there and watch and comment every once in a while. Some people go full-blown like you guys, and they'll do a little more, and they will do play-by-play and such like that. Me too, man. I've never been in radio. People always ask me if I have. I've never done commentary. I've done ring announcing for a couple indie fed stuff, but I never thought that I'd be able to do it and enjoy the things I love, like sports and wrestling and collecting stuff. And by the way, Josh, I don't know if you see it, but I do have a Bears helmet back here, bro.
Got Bears. I saw it.
I got a little Bears helmet. So same question to you, Josh. How'd you get started, bro?
How we got started? So we go back to 2016. That's the year we created the channel. But I've always been a huge fan of YouTube. I was watching YouTube sports channels for a long time. Some of the early channels that I watched was Brandon Perna's That's Good Sports. He was one of the first channels I watched. He was a huge inspiration to me. Shout out to that. He's a great guy too. He worked with me and Sean. Yeah, he's a phenomenal dude. But I wanted to get into YouTube. I've always had a knack for wanting to do entertainment, to entertain people. I've always done that, and it just felt like it was natural for me to get into. And I talked to my girlfriend, and I told her about getting into YouTube and stuff like that, and she gave me her blessing, and I invested in a new computer. Yeah,
get your
yeah, especially since I had in mind what equipment I wanted to use. Right, at getting a new computer was not cheap. Getting new programs, editing software, and stuff like that, those things really add up. And I mean, we put probably about $4,000 of our money into getting into that. And initially, I created another channel. I created a wrestling channel, and I made a bit of a mistake there when I created this wrestling channel. I did something that I've seen a lot of other people do, and I made this mistake when creating a YouTube channel. I rushed into it. At that time, I was going to WrestleMania within a month, right? Later that month, I was going to go to WrestleMania. Me and my girlfriend were going to go and spend a whole week and stuff like that. And I thought, I love wrestling. I've been watching wrestling my whole life. That's what I'll make my YouTube channel about. I'll just do that. I'll just do wrestling. I could talk wrestling. Yeah, sure. So I created a wrestling channel, and I started, previewing this upcoming WrestleMania that I was going to go to, made some videos and stuff like that, did some reviews and whatnot. I did an autograph session with a wrestler that I grew up watching and stuff like that. And after that was done, after WrestleMania was done, I realized that I did make a mistake. And that was that I rushed into it. Because as much as I loved wrestling, I realized that it was something that I couldn't make content on a regular basis for. The channel started off great. Even though it had only been a month, the channel was doing really well. And I decided to end it. Because I realized what my mistake was, and that it was something that I couldn't do on a regular basis. And I remember my girlfriend being really pissed off at me about that. She was really pissed, and she doesn't get mad. She's like the sweetest person. And she got really mad at me. She was like, why are you quitting? Why are you giving up on this? I said, I'm not giving up on wanting to do YouTube. I just need to give up on this concept. It's not going to work long term. And she says, but you're doing great. You're doing phenomenal. People are watching. People are subscribing. The videos are really good. Why? I'm like, because I know long term, this is not going to work out. I'm already feeling bored. As much as I love wrestling, I can't do wrestling 24/7. I can't talk about it every time and make content with it long term. I just can't. I know I'm going to get bored. So time to move on. Go back to the drawing board and do something else. So from that point, for about almost a year, I went back to the drawing board, and I was like, I need to flesh out a YouTube channel idea. I need to come up with a legitimate game plan. If I'm going to do this for real, I need to come up with a real concept. And so I came up with 3 concepts, fleshed out 3 YouTube channels that I felt and was very confident that would work, right? I pitched them to my girlfriend. She thought they were great. And then I started like kind of ranking them, right? Like what I should go with for like which one to choose, right? And out of those 3, I wrote an asterisk next to one of them. And that was the sports channel idea. And I wrote an asterisk next to it because that asterisk was Sean. Sean's my best friend. I've met him playing basketball many years ago, back in 2008, about the spring of 2008. And we had a great group of friends that we played basketball with almost every single night. I'm talking about like, I don't know, 3-4 dozen guys, that we played almost every night with. And at the end of the nights, we would always just stick around and hang out and talk sports. Just talk sports, talk about whatever, just shoot the shit. And we would often say sometimes, we should make this a show. Like imagine if we had our own podcast or our own radio show, like this would work. Like our personalities.
Yeah, it does.
this would be cool. Like we are real sports fans, you know, and not just talking about sports, but just talking about whatever, just how we are. That'd be pretty cool one day, and we would talk about that every so often. So
Dude,
then,
I mean, that's amazing. Go ahead, keep going.
yeah. So that asterisk was Sean, and I'm like, okay, here's what I'll do. I'll hit up Sean and pitch this idea to him. If he says no, I'm not doing the sports channel. I'll go do one of the other two ideas, right? That was only going to be something that I did with him, right? And he loved it. I pitched the idea to him. He liked the idea. It was around 2016, around the NFL draft, 2016. He used to live around Austin at the time. And I drove down to his place because every year, me and him, we watched the NFL draft. Every year since we've known each other, we watched the NFL draft. So I go down there. I'm going to watch the draft. And on my way, I hit him up and I was like, hey, Sean, is it okay if I bring up my computer, my iPad, my camera and stuff like that, and I record ourselves watching the draft? And he's like, what's this for? Is this for our Facebook group? Because we had a Facebook group that we have in our fantasy football league, and me and Sean would make videos for our fantasy football league that our friends would watch and they would be entertained by. And he asked what he thought it was going to be for, and I was like, no. This is an idea that I have for the YouTube channel. He's like, okay, yeah, no problem. So I go over to his place and I set up the stuff for the 2016 draft. And this is months before the YouTube channel is created. And this is the year that the Cowboys drafted Zeke, by the way. Zeke and Dak Prescott, right? That same year?
Mm-hmm.
And so I bring all that stuff and we're sitting down, we're watching the draft, and I set up all the stuff to record ourselves. And I did. I recorded the entire draft of us watching this draft. And I was just like, this concept that I have is for the YouTube channel is just reacting live to sporting events. There's some people that was doing some sort of live reactions at the time. Mainly it was just wrestling, but for other sports, it wasn't a whole lot of that. And I thought, why aren't people doing that more? Because you watch these reaction videos and live streams of anything else. I mean, you could have someone opening up a box.
Yeah.
And people go fucking ape shit for that.
Yep.
Right? Mm-hmm. They love reactions. They love reactions on YouTube.
Yep.
And I'm like, people need to be reacting more to sports because it's fucking the best kind of drama and entertainment you can ask for.
Amen.
So I set up everything. We're watching the draft. And I say to Sean, okay, look, the camera that's on us or whatever, I want you to pretend that camera is a really good friend of ours. He's a really good friend. Okay.
Great philosophy.
And now this person doesn't really talk with us, but we're going to talk at him, explain to him what we're seeing. He needs us to let him know what we're seeing and why what's happening is happening and what we think about it and shit like that. And so we did. And I'll never forget that year when the Cowboys drafted Zeke and Sean's running around his apartment going crazy. I'm like, yes, like this kind of stuff, right? Yeah. I later posted that whole clip on a YouTube video years later, but stuff like that. And so I pitched after the draft. Sean starts making up these hamburgers, right? He got some hamburgers. He starts grilling up some burgers. And while he's doing that, I'm just talking about YouTube. I'm talking about these YouTubers that I watch and sports and what I think could work and all these different concepts and stuff like that. And live streaming. Live streaming is going to be the thing that will propel us. Yeah. And I was like, Sean, this time next year, 2017, that's going to be our first live stream. That's going to be our very first live stream, 2017. That's when we're going to go live, and it's going to fucking change our channel. Like, we're going to start when the season starts, which was like around October, but 2017 NFL draft, that's when we're going to do our first live stream. We'll do videos. We'll try to get comfortable in front of the camera, and just kind of hone in on our skills and stuff like that. Maybe develop some sort of little base, and go into the NFL draft, and we'll go live. That'd be our first live stream. So he's like, yeah, dope. So later that year, we would create the channel. In October of 2016, we make videos. That's all we did was just make videos. We do this weekly shows and stuff like that. We got comfortable in front of the camera and stuff like that. And then 2017, we went live for the very first time. But the Sports Fury, the sports channel, that was something that we did together, and I wouldn't have done it without him. If he would have said no, I would have did something else entirely, and I would have never met Rocha and all these guys and stuff like that. So that's how the Sports Fury was.
That's phenomenal, man. That's
Hey,
it's a lot to unpack, but I'm a note taker. So first things first, you talked about, people can go live on their phone and run a channel just from their phone all the way up to having all the studio set up. So whatever you got, you can start your channel and grow very quickly. Analyze, very analytical before he went live, finding out what he wants to do, studying it, do your homework. I always tell people to go back. What I did is religiously rewatched my live streams. I'd pop them on later on and be like, "Oh, I'm saying that too much," or "There's a shitload of dead air there," or "I want something different," or "I need to be better here," just to get better. And like you said, you're a basketball player too. You used to play basketball. I loved playing basketball. I was the white guy who could dunk back in the day. They called me Rex Chapman. I'm a big Kentucky fan because of that. I love Rex Chapman, and my name was Rex for a while. I have a character Rex on my channel, but back in the day, I wanted to play where the ballers played and just have fun, but injuries and stuff took me away from it. I was skinny. I couldn't put weight on. So it's like, but basketball, I go into my rap because basketball is my favorite sport. I like the way they dribble up and down the court, just like I'm the king on the microphone. So is Dr. J and Moses Malone. I like slam dunks. They take me to the hoop. My favorite play is the alley-oop. I like the pick and roll. I like the give and go. It's basketball. Curtis Blow.
It's one of the, in my opinion, it's the best pickup game you can play. Because it's so versatile what you can do with the game of basketball.
Well, the thing I like about you guys, and I really feel like I should do this. You guys are used to being like, there we go. That's much better. Now you guys are back at home.
Now I feel so much better.
The thing I liked about it is, Sean's a Dallas Cowboy fan. You're a Bears fan, but you did a stream together. You guys don't knock other people just because they have fandom in a different city or a different team. And that's what I love. You're cracking jokes and stuff, but you're not like, "Oh, look, a Packer fan, get the fuck out of here." You know what I mean? You clown on them, have fun. And that's you're building a community. If you alienate yourself, you're not going to grow. Some people don't want to grow. But
and also this, when creating the Sports Fury, one of the things that I wanted to be very clear is that we weren't going to cover just our teams. Like, even though they're big markets, Chicago and Dallas, I had no interest in doing that. I did not want to just talk about Chicago sports. I didn't want to just talk about Dallas sports, because me and Sean, we really love the NFL as a whole. Not just our teams. We love our teams, but we love talking football. We love playing fantasy football. We just love football, and we love basketball too. And I felt like, kind of like with the wrestling thing. By the way, anybody listening, if you could take a note from that story. Don't just rush into anything. Don't jump into anything, especially if you want to take it serious. Make sure you don't do what I do and just, just rush into
anything. You, Damien. I love messing with Damien.
But
big shout out to Damien.
Yeah, I mean, we didn't want to just talk about our own teams. We wanted to just talk about sports in general and stuff like that. Fair. So that was important.
Now you guys know a little bit more about Josh and Rocha, a little background about myself as well. We're going to take another little commercial break, go into second segment. During this commercial break, I'm going to show a promo about my EFED and what I do. And also some in the community know a little fun fake commercial that I made. We'll be right back after this.
After these messages, we'll be right back.
Yo, it's your boy Blaise McCoy, the lunatic kick from the sticks, the Steel City Sultan, your dungeon master, creator, commentator, promoter, MC, DJ, ring announcer, play-by-play, all that good stuff. And you're tuned into the Blaised Radio Network as part of the Digital Wrestling Syndicate here on YouTube, where we're showcasing your original created characters with custom shows, titles, arenas, and music. Our digital wrestling shows feature you in action in the ring, putting unity back in the community and repping many other channels with unique events like the Combat Kingdom Stable Wars, Game Night with interactive chat, games, and prizes, the Get Blaze Talk Show with special guests, show reviews, recaps, and live interviews, digital collector cards for roster pages on our Wix website where you can find everything you need to know about LTD, and check out the TeePublic store for your LTD merchandise. Promotional consideration paid for by the following: Blaze Brews Eliminator Beer. Don't get eliminated, get obliterated. Drink Eliminator Beer. And sit back, relax, let the AI take you for a ride. But always remember this: we're all leaning towards death. Some are just a little bit closer. Peace and positive vibes to all you and Stay tuned to Blaze Radio, hook, line, and sinker. This is your boy Blaise McCoy saying, see ya in my stream. Promotional consideration paid for by the following. Blaze Brew proudly brings to you Eliminator Beer. Don't get eliminated, get obliterated. Drink Eliminator Beer. Comes in a wide variety of flavors and colors. Available now at your local liquor stores, beer distributors, grocery stores, gyms, hairdressers, gas stations, restaurants, doctor's offices, pubs, bars, brothels, strip clubs, and street corners. Eliminator Beer, get one now. You won't be disappointed. You'll be shit-faced drunk. Not a real product. Don't buy it. I got one more thing I want to show you, and I do have to be a big shout out to Future dropping a $5.99 super chat.
Let's go.
Shout out to you. Good to see you. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. There's my man Mitch Kosky from the Hardcore Sports Network. Shout out to you as well, Mitch. I was giving you props earlier. Where you been? He's probably live streaming. He got a baseball game over there they're doing. So I got one more little commercial. We talked about you guys are big wrestling fans. Every Thursday night, 8 p.m. I started this podcast on my channel. Now we have our own channel. We just started it. We're about 200 subscribers, hoping to, thank goodness they loaded it to 500 get monetized, because the WrestleSense podcast also has its own channel now. So here's a little intro for those who don't know. Me and the boys from the WrestleSense podcast talk about a little wrestling. Here's the intro. That is the WrestleSense podcast. And what WrestleSense is we're not one of those wrestling podcasts that tell you what you like, who you like, hate who you like, cheer who you want to cheer. Your WrestleSense is your opinion on wrestling, and everyone has one. And we welcome anybody and everybody. What I like to say about my channels is doesn't matter who you are, what you are, where you are, how you are, you're more than welcome here on the channel. We want to bring a little escapism, and I'm sure a lot of YouTubers do. You want to take you away from whatever's going on in your world, whatever's bugging you or bringing you down. Forget about it and come in here and have a good time with us. Our next segment, if you guys remember a band called Digital Underground, that's where a man named Tupac started rapping, and they had a song called Do What You Like. So we're going to find out what you like right now. Big shout out to my Nightbot. I call him Johnny 5. If you guys remember the Short Circuit movies, Johnny 5, my Nightbot, will drop the links to the WrestleSense podcast, some of the other stuff that I do. Check it out. And once again, a big reminder. If you don't know who Josh and Roach is, first of all, you're doing it wrong here on YouTube. Check out all the links in the description. It's a blast. So first question, and we'll start with Josh on this one. What is your favorite part, real quick, about being a YouTube content creator? Favorite part?
The people. Live streaming every single day. Live streaming every single day.
You guys are like every day, man. That's
live streaming and seeing everyone come in the chat and talking about whatever we're streaming, the game, talking about whatever, movies, TV shows, whatever the hell. Just the community aspect of it.
That's why I love you guys. That's why I wanted to interview you guys so bad, because I'm attracted to that. I pick out I watch a lot of YouTubers, content creators that I don't like too, because I want to learn things that they do as well. So I pick the brains of everybody. But if I'm interviewing you, I really love what you're doing. What about you, Rocha? Favorite part about being a content creator?
Yeah, obviously I agree with Josh on the people, but I love the fact that we can sit here, me and Josh, and we get to stream what we love, and that's watching sports. We get to sit here almost every single day, whether it's baseball, football, basketball, hockey, wrestling, whatever. We get to watch our favorite things and be able to go live in front of thousands of people and stream that. I think it's a blessing and it's an honor to be able to do that.
I love to hear that. Such a great answer. And it's normally consensus, but a little different. And keep in mind, there are hundreds of thousands of YouTubers and content creators that do this. So, you know, the graciousness, the ability to know that, you know, you guys have grown for a reason. That's why I really couldn't help but pick your brain. I love the merch too. I see the merch you guys have on there. I have my own TeePublic store too. And that's all part of the game. And that is great stuff. So big prop to that. There's the Nightbot Johnny 5 right on the ball, dropping my TeePublic t-shirt store. See? Thank you. Nightbot Johnny 5 knows what he's doing out there. All right. Now I'm going to flip it. We'll start with Josh here. What's the worst part about being a content creator?
When people ask you the same questions a billion times over. And I'm talking about specifically like, hey, Josh, what about this thing? All right, well, here's the answer. Blah, 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 blah. Josh, what do you think about they'll repeat themselves? Well, here's the answer again. Make sure you hit that live on the stream. Because I answered your comment.
That's good. That's good.
And again.
Well, if you guys in my community that haven't been over their channel too, I mean, their chat is going crazy. And I mean, to find stuff, and I'm trying to hit everybody that's here, and we got 34 in the house. I'm really thankful for all that. And you guys try to get to everybody. It's almost impossible when there's that many. And I've been in streams where people will repeat the same thing a million times because they're trying to get the streamer's attention. But yeah, I could see how that could be annoying.
I want to say this. I don't mind repeating my answer to a whole bunch of different people.
But you've already answered it.
Live stream, you have a whole lot of people come in. They're circling in and out and stuff like that, and they want to get your thoughts on a particular subject. No problem. It's when a very particular person repeats the same question over and over again.
See, I mentioned a little earlier about, trolls are going to be there. People are always going to try to piss on your parade, especially if you're having fun. Back in the day when I started, I watched some of these channels were like, oh, welcome to the channel. You're a mod. Welcome to the channel. You're a mod. And I'm like, then I saw people having to find out of it because one of the mods didn't like them. And when they weren't even live, banned everybody. So they had to come back, remove all the mods. So mods not a prize. And you guys already know you got great mods. You got people that help the chat and, help you do what you need to do because there's so many people there. So big props to that. Rocha, worst part about being a content creator, bro?
I really like Josh's answer, man. Like, there's not much bad about being a content creator. Obviously, you do get the trolls, but sometimes you like to have fun with them. It does get annoying, especially when somebody asks a question and you answer them, and then like 5 minutes later, they come back and ask the same question over and over again. I'm gonna have to agree with Josh because that can be really annoying.
All right, we got some new people popping in the chat. Big shout. Oh, do I have to try to? Kara Stanovic. There you go. There you go. JK, we'll call you. There you go. Big shout. The Breezy's in the building as well. Good to see you guys. ER30. You got a bunch of people from. You guys got such a fucking amazing community, man. I'm telling you. And I wanted to sing you the praises because a lot of times you're only going to hear the bad shit. And that goes in any type of business. So you deserve your kudos for what you guys have done. And I said it earlier. I'm not going to blow smoke unless I really mean it. So let's get a little creative here. Favorites. We'll start with Josh. Favorite movie?
Pulp Fiction.
Pulp Fiction. Good one. Rocha, you got a favorite movie?
Man, my favorite movie would probably be a baseball movie, and it's called 42. 42 about Jackie Robinson. Love that movie.
Good stuff. Josh, favorite superhero?
Spider-Man.
Rocha?
Iron Man.
I don't know if you see, but I got my Spider-Man mask right up there in the corner.
Oh.
I wore it for I have a commercial for my Legion of Dork podcast. I'm a huge Spider-Man freak, man. And I don't even complain. People complain, Spider-Man 2 or 3, this, that. No, I love them all. I watched the old 70s TV show for Spider-Man back in the day. How corny and how hokey it was. I loved it. So I'm the type of guy just happy to have. When I was a kid in the late 70s, early 80s, we only had cartoons. So to have Marvel and DC movies now, I love that. I love the fact that we have that. Good burger, he says. There you go.
Great movie.
One more. Josh, favorite wrestler?
Bret Hart.
Big Bret Hart fan. I dig it. Rocha, favorite wrestler?
Eddie Guerrero.
Nah, Latino eat. Ay, papi. I dig it. I have one more. Do you guys have a favorite villain? We have superhero. How about a villain?
I'm gonna go with Joker. Favorite villain.
That's a good one.
So many different ways that you can play him.
Yes.
And portray his character. So
cool.
I'll go. I see. I'm not a huge movie fan, but I love Marvel. I'll go Thanos. Thanos was one of the first.
Thanos, the man who's gonna snap the world away, huh?
Yes, sir.
I dig it. That was just real quick. What you like? I wanted to find out a little bit. I like to dig in and find out a little bit more about you. Yeah, I guess we'll do that one too. We'll do this one too. Best comment you've ever got, whether it's live or a DM or a YouTube story where you flip the troll, negative to positive type story, or just a comment where you really enjoyed it. Josh?
I have two answers. Is that cool?
Sure. Definitely.
All right. I would say my favorite type of comment is one that hits deep. And it's one where people who write to us through Instagram, whatever, Twitter, email us, and they say, hey, you know what? My life isn't so easy right now. Things are tough. Maybe I'm battling depression, or maybe something's going on with my family or whatever. And I tune into you guys, and you guys brighten my day. You know, you guys make that few hours I'm watching you, you know, fun and put a smile on my face. That really gets to me every single time, because, I mean, to have people tune into you, and they don't have to, is already a huge deal. And when you can make someone's day a little bit better, just a little bit better, that really means a whole lot. And that feels great.
Amen.
Now, my second answer, talking about a very specific comment.
Sure.
I mean, one specific comment changed our channel forever.
Okay.
Completely.
Good.
Completely. And that was, and not just us, but all the sports YouTube. This one comment. And it was, I was streaming 2017 SummerSlam. Okay. This is the year that we started finally streaming, right? We had just started streaming maybe a couple months earlier than that. And it was the summertime, it was off season for the NFL. So I'm streaming solo for wrestling. And this is my second stream for wrestling. And I was wanting to look for something to separate myself from all the other wrestling streamers. Like, what can I do that makes me different from everybody else? I don't know. I don't know what else. I don't know what that was. I did that first stream. It was cool and everything like that. Still couldn't figure it out. I go into SummerSlam 2017, and that day was a really rough day for me. I mean, it was horrible. I suffer from frequent migraines. I had a 10 out of 10 migraine that day. And it was so bad that my girlfriend and even Sean was like, dude, don't stream. You have no business streaming. You're not good to stream. But something told me, and I almost listened to him. It was that bad. I could barely concentrate on anything. I was feeling very nauseated from the pain, but I could not stop myself from streaming. Like, something told me, like, no, you have to do it. So I did. And so I powered through it. I'm doing the stream, and the stream's going okay, but I'm not feeling okay at all. But we get to the part of the stream where there was this really good match. I mean, it was really damn good. It was one of the best matches I have watched in a while. And I just start having fun with it. Like, at this point, I'm loopy right now. And I just start pretending like I'm Joey Styles, like I'm fucking Jim Ross, right?
Nice.
And I just start calling the match. Holy shit, he just threw him to the barricade. And I start going crazy, and my adrenaline starts kicking up, and I start feeling much better. And I start noticing people are filtering into the stream, and they're staying in the stream. And it's really building up, and people are hitting that subscribe, and I'm like, holy shit, something's happening here. And then there was this one comment, And it was this guy, and he left a comment that would soon be very, very, very common for our channel, even to this day, and anybody who does these type of streams. And this comment went like this. Hey, man, I'm at work right now. I can't watch the pay-per-view. Your play-by-play of the match is saving me right now. If you keep doing this, I'll keep watching.
Well, yeah.
Fucking light bulb hits.
Wow.
There it is. That's what I can do to separate myself from everybody else. I'll call matches. I'll start doing play-by-play like I'm fucking Joey Styles. I'll start calling matches. That's what I could do that separates myself. Yeah. So I'm feeling really good. Stream ends and I'm feeling great, right? And I go downstairs and I talk to Sean. Sean's like, dude, that was such a great stream, man. Like, holy shit, like you gained like 80 subscribers that night tonight. I was like, no, I didn't. We gained 80 subscribers.
Yeah, there you go.
He's like, yeah, man, you killed it, dude. That was great. I was like, thanks, appreciate it. And now my adrenaline starts wearing off. And I go take a shower, and now it's really hit me bad. But I didn't give a shit. I didn't give a shit because now I have that idea, that thing that can separate me from everybody else. Now, it was a little bit bittersweet because that was the last wrestling stream that I could do until January. This is SummerSlam, so this is August. I wouldn't be able to do another wrestling stream until January. So I'm like, damn, this is such a great idea too, but I won't be able to put it in until January, right? So this is really big for our channel, right? This is really important. So later on, right, as this NFL season starts, right, and me and Sean are streaming, and we start noticing our streams are now really catching on. People are starting to come in and watch us a whole lot. And me and Sean, we really pride ourselves in reading just about every single fucking comment, right? Interacting with somebody. And it was very important for me in our channel that whenever someone commented, say their name, say their whole fucking name, say their name and say what they commented. So that way we can build familiarity with that person.
Yeah,
and they can feel welcome and they can feel like, you know what? I'm part of something here. You know, we're now I'm not just a watcher. Exactly. You're not just a streamer. We're becoming friends now. So, and me and Sean started getting worried, like, dude, we have a shit ton of people starting to watch us. And we can't keep up with the comments because we're really worried about that because we're reading every comment. So what are we going to do? Like, what if we keep doing this and it keeps getting really popular and we can't read every comment? What the hell are we going to do? Because at that time, we weren't doing play-by-play for NFL or anything. We were doing watch-alongs. Yeah. That's what we were doing. And we were weeks into the NFL season, and almost every single stream we would end, and we'd be like, we just look at each other and, dude, we got to figure out something. We got to do something because it's getting harder and harder to interact and read every single comment. And if it gets to the point where we can't hardly read comments, and sometimes it gets like that for us, you know. You know, where it's just flying by, the chat's flying by, and it's glitching. You're just like, I don't know what's going on, you know. So anyway, So we're trying to figure out something to do. Like, what are we going to do? What's going to be that? What can we do? Because we're really worried about that. And for weeks, we had no answer. And then I just, one night, I'm sitting here at this very desk, and I'm like, okay, I'm going through my notes, and I go back to that fucking comment that guy left at that SummerSlam stream. And then the next stream that we did, I told Sean about it. I was like, why don't we just not do watch-alongs, you know? Why don't we just fucking call the game? Yeah. Like, kind of like radio, but not really like radio. I got you. Different. Like, radio is different type of play-by-play than TV because it's got to be more detailed. We got to be more detailed than the TV play-by-play, but we're not radio either. So it's got to be something different. He loved the idea. We started doing it. I think it was like, I don't know, week 7 of the 2017 season, and we've been doing it ever since for the NFL and NBA. So I know it was a long answer. No, that comment right there really changed the trajectory of our channel.
I said you had the formula earlier, and you're taking a lot of steam out of what I want to ask later, but that's fine because that's what I'm talking about, people. They want to hear their names in the chat. They want to be recognized. They love that. That's why I kind of like StreamYards as easy as it is. I can click on everybody's links, see people talking to each other, give them the shout out, and you get to see your name on the screen. I'm not going to ignore you. There's a lot of YouTubers, and once again, I'm not knocking how anybody does it, but once people get so big, and to hear you say that, man, just makes me fall in love with what you do even more because there are channels out there that only read super chats, that only read if you're donating. And you guys, try to read everybody's valuable. I keep saying it. Loyalty is currency. Just showing up is worth money to people. And today's world, this is the radio. YouTube is more like the radio of the 80s, the 70s. People turn it on, listen to it, watch it, and anybody can just jump on and do it. The comment you had is similar to my favorite comment, and I told you guys about it before. I was doing a Red Zone stream. Some guy's like, I'm in the military. I'm in Germany. I can't watch my NFL. Thank you so much for doing this. And all it was is my voice and a bunch of scores. So, and it just touched me. And I was like, I'm affecting people. And I'm a humble dude at heart. It was so hard to accept the fact that we have the power to turn people's lives around by entertaining them. And you said it too. You could be anywhere, but you're here with me. And that's huge. And it's also cool to want to take a break and maybe step back and don't overwhelm yourself. So Josh, man, that was spot on. I mean, good luck at beating that answer, Rocha. You got to follow that, brother. But you guys work together so well. What I want to know is if you have a comment or some kind of story that sticks out from your YouTube experience, Rocha.
Yeah, so my comment goes back to what Josh's first answer was. So in January of 2022, excuse me, unfortunately, I lost my mom due to COVID. And this actually happened the night I was going to take a break from YouTube. I really was. I was going to just take a break, gather myself, and come back. But I was like, you know what? No, this YouTube is what helps me get through my day. Amen. So I go live that night. I think it was for a Warriors game. And somebody noticed what happened to my mom. And they commented. And I always remember this. I should have screenshot it. They basically said that, hey, I'm going through the same thing right now, through the death of a parent. And you going live helps me through my day. It helps me get through what I need to do. It really distracts me from the real world. Powerful. And I was like, holy crap. Like, and I responded back to him, same. Like, me going live tonight, I think was a better decision for myself to go live and distract myself for 3-4 hours, whatever it was, and distract myself from the real world and just have a lot of fun, have a lot of laughs, watch a great game. And that comment will always touch me because no matter what you're going through in life, just know there's always people out there going through the same thing or worse. And you can go out there and rather how much they make your day, you can make their day as well and help them get through their life and what's going on in that situation.
It's powerful, man. It's really powerful. I mean, I've had days where, I deal with tons of stomach problems from a morning suck every day. I got bad discs and neck and back, but I don't like to dwell on it because there's other people that might be having a worse day. You losing a loved one, stuck in a wheelchair, who knows it? But I can tell you how many times I decided to hit that live button anyway, and it all goes away as soon as the commentator Blaise comes on and you guys make comments, and just so uplifting. So that is spot freaking on. I love that, man. Perfect answer. Perfect. Both of you guys. You're living up to the potential, and I thought you would. This is even better than I thought it was going to be. But we got my favorite part coming up next. I'm gonna go back to commercial. We're gonna talk about toys, video games, and my Legion of Dork podcast on these commercials. We'll be right back with the game I can't wait to play with you guys.
After these messages, we'll be right back.
Mad balls, gross for one, gross for all. We play with a mad ball, they're gross, funny, yucky, sick. There's 8, so you can take your pick. We throw, catch, it's fun. There's so much gross in every one. Freaky fun is what they're for. There's so much ugly, so much more. Gross for one, gross for all. We play with a mad ball. We play with a mad ball. We play with a mad ball. Mad ball.
Freaky fun for everyone, sold separately from Amtoy.
Mad ball.
Star Wars. It's great in the arcade. Whoa! TIE fighters! Fireballs! Coming right at me! Watch the laser towers. Aim for the tops. Pick in the cannons. Use the force. They're coming too fast! It's raining! It's wait! My shields are gone! All right! I'm going in!
Oh, some game, huh?
Some game!
In a galaxy of video games, there is only one. Star Wars.
It's a bird, it's a plane, it's a dork, it's a couple dorks, reminiscing some nostalgia in classic video games, toys, and cartoons. I'm your boy Blaise McCoy, and with my awesome friend Super Nacho, we invite you to join us in the Legion of Dork, a podcast where we talk about our favorites of the past and discuss it all with you. The good old days when video game arcades were full, pinball, and more. When the toy stores were stocked to the ceilings with all your favorites like G.I. Joe, Real American Hero. Well, it started all with Pong with me in the 70s. Then Atari, Nintendo, Sega, ColecoVision, and television, and more brought new classics. Classics like Space Invaders, pew pew pew, and Donkey Kong, Pitfall, Dig Dug was a great one. Spent a lot of quarters on Galaga, that's for damn sure. Tecmo Bowl, hut, touchdown, and all the sports games. Super Mario Brothers became an instant classic, so did Zelda and Sonic the Hedgehog. Mike Tyson's Punch-Out was a great one to play. So was Street Fighter, Hadouken, and all the fighting games. Star Wars toys and Hot Wheels is where I started collecting toys back in the day. Masters of the Universe, and you can't forget the bad guys. Of course. Transformers, more than meets the eye. Inhumanoids are here. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Heroes in a Half Shell. Can't forget the wrestling figures, WWF, AWA, and those little guys, the Muscles. Yeah, I love playing with those, are great. Thundercats, ho! And even Voltron brought them all together with movies, cartoons, and toys. Join us in the Legion of Dork right here on the Blaised Radio Network here on YouTube. There you go. Can't wait to bring that back and do some more. We've had, a Spider-Man episode. We focus on a certain video game or a certain type of thing to do as well. And I play with my balls. I still have my mad balls. Play with your balls, guys. You never know. So I want to thank everyone for being here. We're going to play a little game here in a minute, but no matter why you're here, even if you're just here so you don't get fined.
Hey, I'm just here so I don't get fined, so y'all can sit here and ask me all the questions y'all want to. I'm going to answer with the same answer, so.
Yeah, thanks a lot. Thanks for stopping on the show. And both of you guys hit it. It's all about, preparing yourself, and even, sometimes you got to practice.
I mean, listen, we talking about practice. Not a game. We talking about practice.
Practice, you know what I'm saying? And if you practice hard enough, someday you'll make the playoffs.
Playoffs? Don't talk about it. Playoffs? You kidding me? Playoffs?
Yeah, of course. Why not? And, I got one for Rocha here, man. If you're in a game and you step back and hit one of these. Oh, yeah. From deep. Or you can. But the old video games inspire me to do this stuff. Sometimes you get that vibe, you get that energy, you get that adrenaline like Josh said, and then it feels like this.
He's heating up. He's on fire.
One of my favorite all-time games was Jams. Another one that I use this a lot whenever I do my Red Zone streams. It's very basic, very simple. I just do slideshows and little stupid shit just to add some comedy to it. One of my favorite games. So whenever there's a field goal, an interception, a fumble, or a gotta love it. But to make sure you don't fumble.
The Blake man pitches to Sarge. The Sarge sure bumps into his old man. It's a fumble. Fumble-laya. Sarge Fumbleina Wilkerson fumbles the ball.
All right. I'm done. That's enough. We have a little game that I thought of. It was like, it came to me in a dream. It literally did. I was like, I got to take advantage of what we got here. But we're going to do it in this segment, which, if you remember, a little song called It Takes Two back in the day by MC Rob Bass and DJ Easy Rock, the situation that the bass is in. All right, so I want the chat is going to be involved in this too, and I got some shout outs. Asia Robertson is in the building. Big shout out to you. EJ is here. If you guys are enjoying this, I got more interviews coming up soon. I got my digital wrestling show, my podcast, and all that shit. If you dig it, subscribe. If you don't, I used to say this back in the day. There was this thing called a magazine. Remember those magazines? If you read a magazine and you liked it, you subscribe to it, and you got another one every month. So it's as easy as that. If you like what you're seeing, subscribe. If you don't subscribe. It won't hurt my feelings. I'm good. ER30 as well in the building. Good to see you. Thanks. So as a interviewer in a retail location, I see the reactions. I love it. I love it. You normally ask situational questions. You put your interviewee in a situation and see how they react. Normal questions like, if this happened, or a customer did this, or you got treated this way, or you had to talk to your manager and do something they wanted you to do and you didn't want to do it, situations. And then you get twisted to questions like, if you could have dinner with 3 people, dead or alive, who would it be? Or if you were stuck on an island, you could only bring 3 things. What 3 things would it be? I asked my dad. He's like, my cell phone. I'm like, Dad, it's stranded on an island. You're not going to be able to use your cell phone. And he's like 80 years old with a flip phone still. And so I was like, if anything, but we're not going to ask those questions. I thought of a really good idea because you guys are sports fans and you guys in the chat are going to play along with this as well. We got Gold Movie in the house also. Hit the thumbs up. You guys are going to play this game, and Josh and Roach are going to play it against each other as well. There used to be a TV show, Improv. Whose line is it anyway? You guys remember that?
Yes.
So we're going to play this. Whose jersey is it anyway? Wait, so chat, I gotta turn this. We're getting serious now, folks. We're gonna have to see. We're gonna test your sports knowledge, fellas. All right.
Oh,
we're gonna show you a jersey. Since I have so many, I figure why not use it? And you guys in the chat, try to fire off before Josh and Rocha get it right or wrong. So, all right, here we go. We're gonna start with football jerseys. We're gonna start with my Steelers. Fire away as soon as you can think of it. Chat or you guys.
Kalomalu?
His son now plays for the Steelers.
Joey Porter.
There you go. Joey Porter. One of my favorites, man. I got a couple Porter jerseys here. So Porter for the Steelers. And that's how we're going to do it. We're going to play like that. I got about 10 football jerseys and 10 or so basketball jerseys we're going to try. All right. Uh-oh. J-Dub got it. We got people. Fire away. Even if, let us know as soon as you see the jersey who you think it is. Another Steeler. This one we're going back a little farther. He didn't start with Pittsburgh, but he's a legend. Ooh.
I'm going to guess me, Joe Green.
No. Hint is white dude. Used to play for the Rams.
I have no idea.
It's okay. I like putting you guys on the spot. It's fun. Some of it. Come on, chat.
I don't think I know either.
Long blonde hair.
Kevin Green?
Okay.
Kevin Green. I would have never guessed that.
Same.
All right. That's all right. It's all right. I didn't want to have like Jordan or, someone real easy like Kobe. I wanted to dig a little deeper. Now this one, sorry, Steeler fans. I got this in a lot of jerseys, like 10 jerseys. So I did not buy this. I did not want this jersey. Let's see if you guys can guess who it is. Hall of Famer.
Ray Lewis.
Boom! Right off the bat, little Ray Lewis. Yeah.
Good job, Roach.
I've never worn this jersey, never will I. Now, this one's tricky because there's more than one player that's worn this number for this team. Maybe a little older than you think. This is a real tough one, but I know what everyone's going to say right off the bat.
Deion Sanders.
Not Deion, but he did wear that number. This is before Deion. There's no name on the back because I got it at a secondhand store, but I know because I bought this before Deion played for them. Cornerback. Eric Metcalf. Metcalf. He also returned punts. Eric Metcalf, way back. I like to trick people on that one because, yes, everyone's going to say Dion right off the bat. And when I wear that out because there's no name, hell yeah, I'm saying it's Dion. $50 to if you super chat me $50, I'll put that jersey on right now and proclaim my love for the Ravens. Although I'm a big Lamar Jackson fan. I loved his game. I love his demeanor when he does interviews and stuff too. And I really hope he snaps back. Except for 2 games this year. He can lose those. All right. If you see up top here, I got an Eagles helmet, so it's for my Eagles fan. But this is a Penn State helmet, so that's your clue for this one. Penn State.
OMG.
Penn State 27 for the Chiefs.
Running back for the Chiefs. Nope.
No.
Penn State.
Oh my God, I have a name in my head, but I can't remember it.
His last name is also a pseudonym for penis.
No clue.
There was a basketball player with his name.
I don't know.
It's a tough one. I'm looking at the chat one.
Larry Johnson?
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, okay.
Larry Johnson. There you go. Jay Dub's on ball,
okay,
man.
I get it.
We got another Josh in the chat trying to outdo the Josh on the call. All right, this one might be easier, a little newer, and West Coast Chargers.
LT Tomlinson.
I couldn't tell what jersey that was. Oh, it was a Chargers jersey. Okay.
Yeah, the throwbacks from the mid 2000s.
I love that. Even though I was a Steeler fan, I was also a Charger fan back in the day. Flutie, Fouts, Wes Chandler, and their uniforms were always so dope with the lightning bolt down the pants and stuff, and the powder blue. I'm so happy they brought those back. This one's tough. This is a tough one. I don't expect anyone to get. Oh my God. Shit.
Goodrich.
Goodrich.
Are you kidding me?
Goodrich came through.
No way.
Holy shit. With the 50 bomb. Put on that jersey.
Shout out to you. Oh my God.
You want to see this man? Grab that jersey, put it on.
I at least have to turn this back around. Wow. Thank you so much, man. You did not have to do that.
Let's go.
Man of my word. I didn't say how long I'd keep it on, but son of a bitch.
Let's go, Goodrich.
Sorry, Steeler fans. Holy piss. Shout out to my man, King Ivo, who's a big Ravens podcaster. Thanks, man. That's fucking crazy.
Screenshots.
I appreciate that. Real. Yeah. Here, just for you, Damien, just for a second. All right. Son of a bitch. I thought he was like joking. I appreciate that, man. I'm actually saving up for like a stream deck or something like that. So that'll definitely come in handy. I appreciate you, man. That's awesome. Walk off. Big shout out to you in the building. Well, since I have my Ravens gear on, I might as well show my Browns stuff. This is the new Browns logo has been revealed, guys. There it is. Shout out to you Browns fans. Oh, goodness gracious. Man, that's good. It makes it entertaining. Now I have a short to put out, I'm sure. All right. This is a tough one here. Creamsicle. Running back. Very obscure for the Bucks. Creamsicle. Running back from it might be late 80s. So some of these are testing you guys because they're really old.
I don't know.
I don't think anyone's going to get this. I did this one before during a Red Zone stream and no one got it. I got a lot of these at secondhand stores. I actually have a Favre jersey. On the back it says Faure. The V is a U.
Wow.
I'll have to go get that during the next commercial. Big shout out to Asia Robertson. Thank you for the membership. That is dope. You guys are awesome. Oh, check it out. He got it right. It's Eric Rett. Wow.
Huh.
Eric Rett only played a couple of years, man. That's dope. Yeah, he's Googling it. No Google. Thanks, Triple B, shouting out the membership as well. I appreciate that, man. What I'd like to do, I didn't do memberships for a while because I wanted to justify charging anything. And the emojis are cool, but, that's not enough. So I do giveaways with during the stream. So anybody who has a digital wrestler on my show, I'll actually have them fight each other. And if they win like a tournament, I'll give them a t-shirt from the TeePublic store or something like that and give giveaways. Also, I do, yeah, every once in a while, I do member booked shows. So I'll reach out to my members. I'll be like, what two guys do you want to see fight? Either digital or either WWE, a dream match, which right after this show, as soon as I'm done, I'll be doing Forbidden Door. I already have it set up on 2K19. We're going to have MJF versus Tanahashi, the 6-man match. We have Cassidy and Zaber, Punk and Kenta, because it's not happening, but I can do it. Omega Ospreay and Danielson Okada. I'll be doing those digitally and acting a fool on my stream right here on this channel. So if you guys want to stick around and get a little pregame for Forbidden Door, I'll be there. And then, my goodness, in the description, I can't say it enough. These guys' links are there. 2 of the hardest working guys on YouTube. And I'm saying that just because I've watched you every fucking day. It seems you're live doing something. You guys are dope. And here's a good one. Now, this is a legendary performer. He's more famous for being on different teams than this one, but it's a Raider.
Randy Moss?
Yeah. There you go. Josh got that one. Quickly. With
yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, I was a fan of them getting Trubisky as a good backup. It's nothing wrong with having a solid backup to come in if your guy gets hurt. I mean, I didn't think he would. I thought he would last longer last year, but that's a whole nother story.
We don't talk about Trubisky.
Oh, that's great.
All right. Here's another one.
Thank you, Josh.
Titans quarterback.
Vince Young.
Corley Finnegan. Oh fuck! You said quarterback.
Vince Young, baby. Vince Young, and this one kind of goes with the next one, but there's a reason you shouldn't. I'll show you when I'm done here. It's a running back from the Saints.
Reggie Bush.
Boom! That's a good one. But what you want to do is, if you're wearing one with your friend, you don't want to have Young Bush.
Oh.
Young Bush.
That's great.
25 to life.
Yeah, or maybe you do. I mean, as long as it's 18 or over. That's a whole nother story. Sorry, I'm getting myself in trouble here now, guys. Am I wearing this long enough? Am I taking it off already? No, I'll keep it on during this segment since we're doing jerseys. All right, let's get to the hoops. Let's get to the hoop heads, or the poop heads, as my man Next Shift likes to say.
Josh will kick my ass in this.
Basketball. Here we go. All right, this guy just got traded.
Oh, KP. Porzingis.
Yeah.
Rocha. Okay.
You're going to kill me. You're going to kill me, Josh. Oh, Porzingis.
It's the unicorn.
The unicorn. I love the jersey, too.
That's clean.
Yeah. I mentioned his name earlier today. Old
Chris
school.
Paul.
No.
Guard. That's not to be 3. Baron Davis.
Really old. One of the first Charlotte Hornets. What was my nickname when I was in college and I played basketball? I just said that story like half an hour ago. He's a great follow on Twitter, by the way. He's an amazing follow on Twitter.
I don't know.
Got this one. Charlotte, number 3. White boy. I just said his name earlier. Kentucky.
Oh, you did? Oh, my God.
It ain't Jason Williams, is it? No.
Oh, I've been sick.
No one's got it yet. Glenn, no. Not Glenn Robinson. Charlotte, white guy. He's like, I know this one. I said white guy. He's like, nope, never mind. I don't know. Someone's got to get it. He almost won a dunk
Mark
competition.
Price? I don't know.
Nope. White guy. He almost won a dunk competition one year.
Oh, my goodness. Is it one of the Berry brothers?
Nope. Although Brent Barry was the one who won the dunk competition in a jacket. Love that. Yeah, they offer. You're too high to remember what I said earlier, PJ. Which is fine and dandy. It's Rex Chapman.
That's what you said.
Rex Chat. Larry Bird. Come on, Triple B. I have a Michigan State Larry Bird jersey. A UCLA and an Indiana. I got those off of eBay a while ago. They're all 5Xs though. I bought a lot of jerseys for $100. They're like 10, 5, and 6Xs. And I was like, someone's girlfriend caught him cheating and sold all of his jerseys. It had to be. Because it was like thousands of dollars worth of jerseys because they're legit big-time jerseys. Yeah, Rex. A lot of people forgot about Rex. He's a great Twitter follow, by the way. Hilarious. He started doing, is it a charge or a block for all these videos he did watch along. Brian Scalabrine. That's good.
Why Mamba?
Rex Chapman was on NBA TV. Yeah, he's great. Rex is great. All right. Not a lot of people know him for playing for this team, although this is one of my favorite jerseys. Number 3 for the Nuggets, point guard. Famous for playing for a different team in Pennsylvania. There's only one. He was a Sixer.
No, not Iverson, is he?
Yeah, baby.
Oh!
Allen Iverson. I think he only played a year.
Back when he was there. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I love that. I love this jersey, man. I really love this jersey. Roach is like, oh, I'm not going to get any of the basketball ones. He's firing away.
Wow, Rocha. No, Rocha.
All right, this is a really tough one. The Nets, number 30. His initials are the same. First and last initials the
so
same.
That's 1990s, right?
Yeah, this is old.
That's when the champion were doing it. Kittle?
Yeah! Wow!
Nice.
Harry Kittles! Dude,
Boom,
I had this jersey up for like 10 minutes before and no one guessed it.
Let's go,
Kittles,
Josh.
that's a good one.
I was about to say what PJ said. Richard Jefferson.
That would be a good one, too.
Good shit, Josh.
I'm a huge Kentucky fan. It started with Rex Chapman. I like Pitt and Penn State too, but they never really had great basketball teams, except for back when the Big East was really the Big East. That's what I loved it. But this is a Kentucky player. He did make the NBA, and he played for a handful of teams in the NBA. Number 24 for Kentucky.
Ray Allen.
No.
Fuck no.
He was Connecticut. Ray Allen was Connecticut.
I'm so bad with colleges.
That's okay. That's why I don't have a ton of college, just a couple. The next college one is pretty easy.
Oh my god, what was that one dude for Kentucky's name that was popular? What era is this from?
That's starter, so probably 90s, right?
Yep.
90s, okay.
He played for Dallas Mavericks.
Was it no, never mind.
The Monster.
Damn. Sean Bradley?
Monster Mash.
Sean, God damn it.
It's on the tip of his tongue.
Jesus Christ.
His first name starts with a J. It's not Jesus Christ, but his first name does start with a J.
Jamal Mashburn.
Jamal Mashburn.
Yeah, he played with Jason Kidd for a little bit.
Yes. I do have a Kid jersey. It's
Jamal Mashburn.
But I thought Kid New Jersey, number 5, might have been easy. You would have got Kid. All right, another college one. I got a couple tough college ones here and 2 easy ones. This one's easy. College.
Oh, Mello.
Anthony.
Yeah, good. Right off the bat. So that was an easy one.
No.
This one's a little bit tougher. Point guard.
Colorado point guard. I'm trying to think.
That's champion, so that's 90s.
I like your philosophy there. It's a good way to break it down.
Shit.
He played in the NBA Pistons, among others.
Pistons.
He was a Piston. He played a couple other teams too.
Grant Hill?
No. It was a Dookie.
Dookie. That's right.
Where's my Dookie? Colorado. Come on, guys. Who can get it? In the chat, you guys fire away. I know we got a lot of smart people out there.
90s Piston guards.
Point guard. Not Ben Wallace. Point guard.
God, they were fucking worthless in the 90s. I don't remember.
CB is his initials. There it is. Chauncey Billups.
Chauncey Billups. Wow.
Chauncey. Yeah, how about that? Chauncey. Yeah, I know. Isn't that weird?
Wow.
All right. Here's a sort of tough one. And it is old again. A lot of these are old. I'm sorry. I apologize for my age in these. These aren't like 2010. Chuck Norris. There it is. Sure, why not? I said CB, not CN. Come on, Pete. All right, this one. White dude.
Oklahoma State.
Big white dude.
Big white dude.
Big country white dude.
Chris Kaman.
Ooh, I like that guess.
Big country is his nickname.
Big country.
It's a tough one. Bryant Reeves. Big, silly white dude. Big country.
Not Brian Scalabrine.
Bryant Reeves.
Brian.
You got Reeves. Brian right. You got the Brian right, so we'll give that one to Josh. All right. Still in the NBA. I think he's wearing this number again. Just changed his team last year.
Okay.
Easy one.
Kevin Durant.
Yeah, KD, brother. That's an easy one. All right, now I got to get it tough here. Last two.
Okay.
Last two. This is another old one, and it's another white dude.
T-Wolves.
Really old T-Wolf. White dude, shooting guard. He might have played some power.
Wally Zerbiak?
Nope, close.
Oh, good.
Around the same time. Bryant
Around
Reeves,
the same
TJ
time?
got it. Nope. First initial starts with a T.
Was he in a 3-point shooting contest?
I think he was.
Oh my God, he played for the Chicago Bulls too, right?
I don't know.
Oh my God,
He
what's
may have.
fucking name?
Starts with a T.
First initial T, last initial G. Not Kyle Korver.
T and G.
Not Taj Gibson. That's a great guess though, because I said T and G. That's not it.
Yeah. This. Oh my
I
God.
told you this is a tough one. And then we got one specifically for Rocha. And if you get the last one wrong, Rocha, I'm kicking you off the stream.
Oh shit.
Oh man,
this is a tough one. I had to have a tough one. Ooh.
Damn.
I don't know.
Wally Zerbiak was my best guess.
Yeah, I love that guess. That was gonna be my guess, to be honest.
Nobody in the chat know it.
I don't think anybody in the chat knows it.
Tom Gugliotta.
Whoa.
I'm pulling him out my ass now, guys. I told you, no Jordans and Kobe's in this game. All right, last one. Rocha, this is on you.
Oh, boy.
But it's someone who you might not guess right off the bat, but it is your team.
33.
Jason Richardson.
Nope. Who'd you say?
Jason Richardson.
No.
It's not Beedrins, is it?
No. Older. This is old.
This is older.
I believe he went to Carolina. Oh, Rocha, you let me know. It's a tough one, though. Come on, chat. Anybody in the chat?
Corey Maggette, says PJ.
No.
Corey Maggette.
No. Good guess, though.
And PJ would know in the chat, too. He's a huge Warrior fan.
Antoine Jameson?
That's it.
Antoine
Jameson. That's it, Rocha.
Totally forgot he played for them.
No.
And
that was
God
good.
Damn it.
That was fun. You guys enjoy that? I didn't want to tell you what it was. I wanted to wait to have fun with it and use some of the jerseys that I had. This is the last thing I'd expect to be wearing afterwards. But what I do for the people in the chat, man, right? What we do for the people in the chat. We got one more segment. I always say, if you know someone who says at the end of the day, they say it way too much. So we made a whole segment and we're going to end it at the end of the day. All right, so when we do this, I got a question to ask first, and then when we do our final thoughts, you have to start them with at the end of the day, and then give your final thought. All right, so first, and we'll start with Rocha here on this question. Our final question is: what advice would you give to a new or growing content creator?
So I have to start this at the end of the day?
No, this one's a regular question. Then our final thoughts will be at the end of the day.
Okay.
So what advice do you give to a new or growing content creator?
Yeah, so a lot of this advice, a lot of the ways I learned, obviously, was from Josh and Sean in the sports theory. But I would just say this: be yourself. Whether you have one person or 100,000 people in the chat, always be yourself. Do not change and be this different type of personality on this platform, man. You know, I'm always naturally myself. I know I'm a naturally clumsy person and funny and all that. Just be yourself on this and be patient. You're going to start off with just 1, 2, 10 people in your chat. If you continue to go on the grind and do what you do best and be yourself, man, don't try to be this person, this funny person, not funny. No, I would just say be yourself. And if people like you, they'll get attracted to your personality, and I really start to fall in love with you and your channel. So I'd say for me, it'd be yourself. Don't try to be somebody else. Don't try to be more funny than you actually are.
That's phenomenal, and that's consensus. And most of the time when I ask this question, people, that's like one of the first things they say. And I mean, sometimes you want to be yourself. You can get better. You can learn from others and do other things better. So if I'm going to be myself, I got to do this though. I'm going to be myself. I have to get back to myself a little bit. But big shout out, man. I could not say enough. That blew my mind on that one, and I did not expect that at all. So once again, Bubba Sports Mania talk, you rock, my friend. I appreciate that. That's pretty phenomenal. So Josh, same to you. We're going to do the final thought for the end of the day, and you have to say at the end of the day to say that. But this one is advice that you would give a new or growing content creator.
Love the grind. You have to love the grind. I don't care if you have the best idea in the world. You love what you're talking about. If you don't love the grind, it's going to fall by the wayside. Too many times I've seen people attempt to do podcasts, create YouTube channels, whatever the case. They ask for advice, and that's the biggest thing I would say. Other than some of the other basic stuff, I would say fall in love with the grind. You have to love it. You have to love what you do, and you have to love the grind of it. It takes a lot to make content, and especially when you're doing sports, you got to do it every single day. You got to work on your craft. It's an everyday thing, and it's not just what the people see when the camera is on, when they're watching the video, when they're watching the live stream. It's all the behind the scenes stuff too. You have to love the grind. If you don't, you're not going to go very far. You have to love it all. Love the grind. Learn to love it.
It's so true. I mean, I always say you got to adapt with what you do as well. But if you're loving what you do, it's going to show. It's going to make a difference. And I do want to show this before we get to the end of the day. If I can find from my stream yesterday. Here we go. I showed this yesterday when I did my stream. We covered some AEW Fight Forever stuff and some of the screenshots. Very limited game, but I'm really excited about it. I'm thrilled about having a different game that's going to evolve, and they're going to add stuff to it over the years. It's really cool with some of the blood and the craziness that's in it, and so I'm looking forward to that. I'll be streaming it on Wednesday as soon as I can. But what I wanted to show everybody was this is the insanity when I go live. I have my TV on the game. I have the computer on the game. I have the laptop on the game. I play music that catches on because I don't use OBS or anything really extravagant, which I could, but PlayStation makes it so easy just to hit the live button and go live. So me as a music junkie, a sound junkie, I use all non-copyright music that I made or my friends made or people in the community. What I've learned from being a DJ, from being a drummer and everything, is I wanted the sound for the entrances and the background music to be background to me. So if you notice, those speakers are not pointing directly into the mic. They're shaded sideways, so you still catch it and you can hear the entrance music. And then again, I pulled back the curtain before and showed people because they're like, how do you get all those funny noises and shit? It's an $8 Amazon piece of crap that I use. But anybody can get it, but it's about timing. It's about, people want to hear this when someone does something stupid. So I have fun with it. But this is the insanity. I have notes in front of me. I have Post-it notes that I write shit down on all the time. And don't be afraid to reach out for help. I've learned so much from other YouTubers and other people out there. So I want to share. If I can help just one person or many people, I want to do it. Big Zerk is in the house. Good to see you. Welcome in. Good to see you, my friend. So now it's time to close it out. I always say, it's going to be an hour interview, and then we shoot the shit. It's normally 2-hour interviews because great conversation, great information. If you're watching this on the replay, please leave a comment so I know you stopped by. That's always very important. If you're coming over from the Sports Fury community, I thank you. If you liked what you saw and you want more, I'll be doing more interviews and fun, wacky stuff. Hit that subscribe button. And anybody that's out there that's on my community that hasn't seen these guys, once again, like I said, you're doing it wrong, because if you want to have fun with watch alongs and stuff, you need to be subscribing to these two guys. All the links are in the description. Nothing but love to these guys. What do you know? Come a little closer. Can you come a little closer? I just want to reach up and hug these two guys, man. I really do, because in a completely heterosexual way. I love you guys. I'm attracted to what you guys do and how you do it. And I want to broadcast it to as many people as I can. Maybe we help some new YouTuber who he's down on his luck or something, like Josh was saying, and he doesn't feel like streaming, but he does. Or maybe we got someone who's just on the cusp of something special and needs that little extra, and maybe they'll find out here from us. So we're going to close it out with at the end of the day. So you have to start your final quote, your final word that we're sending out. Big shout out to make sure we say at the end of the day, and then you say your final thoughts. So we'll start with Rocha.
All right. So at the end of the day, man, whether it's just starting up a YouTube or if you're into it, like I said, just be yourself. I love what Josh said. Josh just taught me so much over this last year working with him, man, to love that grind, because it is a grind, man. And at the end of the day, if you love what you're doing, you're going to have fun with it. Me and Josh have fun with it, man. And whether it's streaming baseball, football, basketball, hockey, wrestling, stuff like this, man, at the end of the day, just always have fun with what you got to do. If you're having fun, man, the rest just fits in perfectly.
Phenomenal. And I mean, so much behind the scenes stuff. I mean, nowadays, making shorts, doing your thumbnails, getting your setup right, getting your mind right. I mean, there's so much I do a shitload of pre-work. And I know if you want to do it, you gotta do some pre-work, do your homework, do, what you need to do to get right, and do something different, be unique, but also learn off of others. And I got to share their channel. This is the Sports Fury. If you guys aren't subscribed already, jump over there. They got a great setup. They're doing shorts. They're doing videos. They're doing, some of the stuff when you guys traveled and like went to the wrestling shows or go to a game and stuff. Love that shit. You can see Rocha and his afro on the right there having fun. These dudes, they have the formula. I told you. I'm not shitting you. When you climb, and I've watched them since they started off and on from 235 subscribers, it's phenomenal. And I keep on saying, whether you have 10 or whether you have 20 or 10,000 or 20, these guys are the shining example that you can blow up on YouTube and still keep it real and still be someone who engages in your audience. They didn't change. These guys are the same dudes they were when I started watching them. They just blew up and they took it in stride and they give it back to their community. You've built a phenomenal community with what you guys do. And there's, you're just going to keep on going, guys. You're just going to keep on getting bigger and better. I know it. I'll be popping in the streams, cracking jokes, having fun. Shout out to anybody who's subscribed. Like I said, I don't pressure people or tell them, subscribe. But if you like it, do it. If you don't, you don't. Come back around. All right, Josh. And I like how Rocha said at the end, they like threw out his thing too. It just like naturally keeps going. It's hard not to do. I just bust people's balls. Same thing with people that say, to be honest or to tell the truth. I know it's a saying. I say that shit too. But when someone's like, to be honest or to tell the truth, I'm like, well, thanks for not lying. What does that mean? When every other time you're lying? No, I'm a ball buster. I'm here to have fun. I'm going to crack jokes on people and try to break the ice and have fun with you people. Both of these guys said, have fun with what you do, no matter what you're doing. If you're a trucker doing video, sports, scratch-offs, the drama community, the supernatural community. Oh, there's a community for everything. Have fun with what you do. Don't let anybody tell you can't be successful and have fun with what you do. All right, Josh, lay it on them.
At the end of the day, do what makes you happy. Do what makes you happy. Be what makes you happy. Find inspiration, be inspirational to someone, to something. And it takes nothing to just take a little time and be nice to someone. Even the smallest little comment can go a long way to somebody. Just even saying, hey, how you doing? It can mean a whole lot to somebody. It takes nothing. It takes no time at all.
Amen. I mean, it's so simple. It's like a simple answer that means so much. So I mean, at the end of the day, from your boy Blaise McCoy, life's too short. Celebrate each other while you're alive. Tell people you love them now while you can. Spread your love. If you got a gift, share that gift. and you never know who you're going to reach and change their life. I call it escapism. That's what we're here to do. We're here to take you away from whatever bothers you, whatever ails you. You never know what someone's going through or what they went through before, so make it count while you can. And we have a platform to reach the world here on YouTube, literally. And it blows my mind still today. I have a guy, his name's Andy Price. He's in New Zealand. And no matter what time I go live, he'll pop in. And that's just amazing to me, no matter what time of day it is or whatever. At the end of the day, I will be live in just a few moments with a little digital wrestling stream, having fun, doing crazy commentary for Forbidden Door. And at the end of the day, subscribe to these guys, check them out, enjoy being a YouTube, and appreciate
I just want to say
yeah, please.
Can I say something?
Please do.
I just want to give say one last thing before we go.
No problem.
For myself, I just want to give a huge shout out to my girlfriend that everybody in the community knows as Babe. If it wasn't for her, there would be no YouTube channel. There'd be no Sports Fury. There'd be nothing at all whatsoever. It took a huge investment from the both of us. How she's allowed me to sacrifice time, because that's what takes to do anything, to accomplish anything. Not doing hard work and loving the grind or whatever, but a lot of sacrifice. And and if it wasn't for her, there would be no Sports Fury. Shout out to Sean. Shout out to Sean. Yes, I wouldn't have done a sports channel without him. And always, trusting me and always believing in me to take on these kooky ideas and stuff like that and make it work together as a team. And also shout out to Rocha for working with me for this past year, because I don't know what I would have done for this past year if it wasn't for Roach, because it was a rough spot. It was a really tough year that most people don't know anything about. And if it wasn't for Roach, I don't know. I don't know what would have happened. So
I feel you,
shout
man.
out to people and everybody who makes this all possible for us and allow us to do this.
There was a time right before COVID where I got really sick. I was in the hospital 4 or 5 times in a row, and I took a little break. And I ended up, when I came back, I didn't know if I was going to come back. I thought maybe some of the sickness, some of the problems were from overworking myself. And I thought it was done. I thought I found something I loved and I had to give it up. But if it wasn't for the people in the community that I got to know outside and talk to and say, you know what, take some time off, see if you can come back. And I came back bigger, stronger, better than ever. I'm about to turn 50. People, there ain't no reason my 50s can't be the best years of my life. And I'm going to do the best I can to influence people out there. And we've created communities, not only communities, but families. You guys have a great family over there. And I saw it in the chat today. I see it in your chats all the time. So, ladies and gentlemen, peace and positive vibes. They're going to hug. They're going to hug. They're going to hug. Reach out and touch them. They're going to hug. Peace and positive vibes to each and every one of you guys and gals out there and your families. Stay safe. Stay tuned to Blaised Radio. And I'll see you in my streams. You guys just got blazed. We out of here. Peace. Get blazed. Get blazed.